ready to be seduced by Lethal Ladies, Inc.
Announcing Lethal Ladies Inc., the exclusive collaboration between Crawling Eye Art and Deadites on Deck, offering the unique and horrifyingly creative side of t-shirt design, dolls and figures, jewelry, candles, blended teas, and so and much more. Coming soon to a horror convention near you.
Get ready to be.
Oops. Sorry about that, folks. Had a little snafu there. I don't know what that was, but who knows with me. But welcome to another episode of Friday Foolish. I may have to, as usual, get up and tend to my dogs or something because they all, every time I get ready to do a stream, it never ever fails that they have radar for it and they come back here and they want something or they start barking or whatever. So hopefully I'll have Candice on here in a little bit. She may be getting things together and stuff. Zoe, all right, girl? I don't know what she's doing over there. But I'll get a few housekeeping things out of the way. I'm going to add, even though this isn't strictly Deadites on Deck, you may notice that I've shrunk that up a little bit. I got to looking at that and I was like, yeah, that's too big even for a lower third. So I shrunk it up just a little bit so it's not taking up as much of the real estate on the screen as it was. And you can still read it and all that good stuff. But I want to remind everybody that this is a live stream. This counts as a live stream. So if you give $5 or more in super chats during this or any other live stream I do, you can get your chance to pick the next watch along movie that I do. Now, I'm doing these every other weekend now. So the weekend of the 23rd, which will be the next weekend, is the next time I'll be doing watch alongs. And Russell, bless his heart, he gave $5 and he was the only one for that particular live stream. And so he got his pick for Saturday the 23rd for Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon. I've never seen this movie, so I'm probably going to have to give it a watch. And so I'm not completely in the dark about it before we do this actual watch along. But if anybody wants to, throw their hat in the ring to possibly get their movie pick for Sunday the 24th, Sunday the 24th is wide open now. Now, if there are just two people if there's one person that does it, they get their pick for Sunday. If there's two people that do it, one person will get theirs on Sunday. The next person will get theirs the following Saturday that I do a watch along for. Okay. And if there are three or more, that's when it's got to go in the hat and I do a drawing. But let's see who we got in here. We got give them hell, Steve. Who am I going to give hell? Menelek, thank you, buddy. Menelek is like, he is on fire. So Menelek, you will get, if nobody else comes in here, or at least two other people don't come in here and give $5 or more, Hell House LLC. So I'm writing that down, Menelect, in case you are the only one. And in that case, your pick will be for Sunday the 24th if nobody else comes in here and gives a $5 or more super chat. But thank you once again, Menelek. Menelek's on fire. He gave like $10 last time, so he's already gave $15 in super chats. So thank you once again, Menelek. I see Candice is backstage. I'm going to get her on here in just a second. We're going to have a special guest with us, folks. I didn't want to reveal it because I wanted it to be a surprise for everybody. And I think this special guest is going to just be happy as a clam that we're having them on. But I did want to show the official Deadites on Deck design. You will soon be able to get this on the deaditesondeck.com shop at deaditesondeck.com. And you can get this little beauty for $20. So this is the official Deadites on Deck design. And I'm really digging this. I think Candice is digging it too. I think she likes this design. And this is the design that's on my lighted sign as well. I don't have the lighted sign tonight because this is Friday Foolish. It's not pretty much. It is Friday Foolish. So I tend to save the Deadites on Deck lighted sign for the stuff that is just me. I might have Chris or somebody else on, but Friday Foolish is me and Candice's collaboration. So I'm sans Deadites on Deck sign, but I do have the Deadites on Deck lower thirds banner on there. But we also have our Friday Foolish logo as well. I'm sure Candice wouldn't care if I had the lighted sign, but I was lazy too, I'll be totally honest. And I've been putting it back in the cardboard box it was in and keeping it all protected and stuff like that when I'm not using it. So I also wanted to show off, once again, this is the official Lethal Ladies Inc. Bubblegum Bloodbath candle. And guys and gals, I ain't even going to lie about this. This thing smells like bubble gum, but I wouldn't recommend you try to get this wax out there and put it in your mouth, but it almost smells like you could. It almost smells like somebody stuffed a bunch of bubble gum in here. So I'm kind of like Roddy Piper on They Live. I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. So don't anybody piss me off, because then I want to kick ass. So anyway, just kidding, folks. Also, I wanted to say that I now have the hot buttered popcorn wax melts. I have the popcorn fragrance oil. This Hyquilly fragrance oil, folks, this stuff is fantastic. I would recommend this for those of you that have like essential oil burner or warmers or diffusers or whatever you want to call them, to get this brand of oil. This stuff's a little bit more expensive, but I'll show you how much you get in here. You get this big old bottle of it. So, you've got some for some time to come. And this is, it's approved candle safe and soap safe. So if you like to make soaps as well as candles, you want to make you some popcorn scented soap, by golly, you can make you some popcorn scented soap. I don't know if anybody wants to wash themselves in popcorn scented soap, but there might be somebody. Okay, so I also got this little beauty, came in today, and this stuff smells good. This is from the Girlfriends Candle Company through Amazon. This is fountain cola scent, and it does indeed smell like a fountain cola. So I'm going to be making my first horror double feature candle of the hot buttered popcorn and the cola. And you can pick those up coming soon on the site for $30. You get 2 candles for $30, folks, and there's more to come. We're going to have some Christmas themed horror candle sets, and a bunch of other horror movie candle sets. So be on the lookout for those. You can pick all those up for $30. Sorry for doing all this advertising, but gang, I'm just really excited about all the new things we're going to have on the shop. And when me and Candice start selling collectively at conventions under the Lethal Ladies Inc., you will be able to see this stuff plus all the cool stuff Candice has. And we'll be collectively selling that stuff, hopefully at a convention near you coming soon. Um, there are all kinds of stuff in the works, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and add Candice on here now that I've talked for about, 12 minutes or so. But here we go. Hey, Candice.
Hey, Dana. Hey, everybody.
Candice knows I'm a blabbermouth, so she's probably used to me
Well,
doing
I was late, so it was giving me some time to get set up and what I had to do.
But
can you hear me good on this? Because I had to read.
I hear you, but you sound just slightly muffled, Candice.
Let me see here, Dana.
So, I see the poet's in here as well. I didn't say hi to you, the poet, but hello, sir. And Menelek's in here, and my dear husband. Plus, evidently, we must have some people. I'm going to re-add Candice here. There we go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's hooked up here, Dana.
I was just thinking maybe it's on my side or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to try to hook my thing up because it's definitely not hooked up. So I might need to get off of here for a second and hook my mic up because it's not showing that it's hooked up.
Okay.
One second, I'll be back.
Okay. Well, I will keep y'all entertained while Candice is doing that. So does anybody have, you can ask me questions about the shop, or you can ask me questions about stuff that we may have upcoming, or any of that good stuff if you would like. And me and Candice are also going to be talking about on this evening's show favorite horror authors other than Stephen King. And I've got 12 listed here. Not necessarily going to talk about all 12, but I wanted to have plenty to draw from as we talk about this tonight, or this evening, rather. So is anybody excited about the new stuff that I'm going to have on the shop? I mean, I'm excited. I had to make myself this shirt today. I was like, have I got a blue shirt around here? The blue will look good with this. And I did have one around there. Steve would probably say, of course you do, Dana. You got shirts all over the damn house. But
does this sound better, Dana?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit better. It just sounds like it's just a little low.
Well, I'm hooked up definitely now. Let me turn it up a little. What about now? Can you hear me?
Oh,
now?
yeah, that's better.
Is that better? It ain't too loud, is it?
No. You're not blowing me back against the wall, so I'm good.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's okay. Everybody has technical issues. I have my fair share of them too. The poet, you say, so do you like Joe Hill, SK's son? Yes, I do. I most certainly do. Like Joe Hill.
He did Lock and Key, right, Dana?
I want to say yeah, he did.
Pretty sure he did.
I don't have his, because I kind of wanted to step completely away from Stephen King, including his family. So I don't have Joe on here. But Candice may talk about Joe, and that's totally okay.
I've never read anything from him, but there was like this Netflix series, and Chris knows about like Lock and Key. And whenever he's seen the series, he's like, "Oh, that's Joe Hill. That's his series." So Chris would know about him more than me, because I didn't even realize that Stephen King's son was a author. or
Yeah.
anything like that until Chris let me know, and that's been years ago. But I'm pretty sure he's the one that did Lock and Key. I think it was a comic. I could be wrong, so don't take what I say for to heart because I could be wrong. But I see that Mental Lake mentioned Hill House LLC. Have you ever seen that, Diana?
Yes, I've seen all of them that they have out,
Mhm.
and I love that one especially. It
Yeah.
is very scary.
My brother and Chris are obsessed with them, and I'll tell you, once you've been a horror fan for so long, you don't really get scared by a lot of things, but those really scare me. They're
They,
scary, they're creepy.
yeah, they scare me. I mean, they give me the shivers. I'll say
Yeah,
that it's like a cold chill that goes up and down your spine. And
yeah,
I don't get that a lot either because I've watched so many things. But
yeah.
there's something about that just, I don't know, it gets under your skin a little bit. But so, Candice, how did we want to do the special guest? Because the special guest is on Candice's side.
Well, that's why I sent you a message, but I said she may not get this because it's so close to. I seen it like so close to the show
Oh, okay,
getting ready to
yeah,
start.
my phone's in the other room, so
Because
it's
I basically asked, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it at the beginning? Do you want to do it while we're talking about the books? Like do what we're supposed to be, with him, and then do it as we're talking about the books, or do you want to do it at the end? It's just totally up to you.
well. Why don't we talk about a couple of these authors, and then we'll bring the. I'll do one author, and Candice can do one author, and then we'll bring in our
Okay,
special
that'll
guest.
be fine. And I'm just kind of because I've not had time to prepare for it. I mean, you know how busy I've been this week and stuff. So I'm kind of going to let you take the reins on the.
Okay.
There's one author that I would like to talk about, and I think you probably know who it is. But you're probably going to be talking about people that I want to talk about anyway. So
Probably we're gonna have some of the same ones.
yeah,
Candace, I hate to keep talking about the audio, but now I hear you echoing a little bit.
I
You
don't know.
weren't at first, but then
I have no
I mean,
clue.
it's not bothering me that bad, but I just didn't want Candace to hear this later and say, why didn't Dana tell me that
Is it echoing now?
a little bit, slightly.
I don't know what to do to fix it because I mean
That's
it's just
okay. It's not one of those echoes it's not one of those real annoying echoes. You know, the ones that like are blasting when you're
yeah.
talking and you can hear it. It's not like that. So
Let me put it on this automatically adjust my mic volume. Maybe that might have something to do with it. Does it sound a little bit better now, or is it still echoing?
no, that sounded better.
Does it sound a bit better? I don't know
Yeah.
what's going. Well, see, the computer was off when I came in here, and it wouldn't come back on. I had to get Chris to come in here to help me with it, and the mic was unplugged.
Mm.
So,
And I think too, StreamYard, like I can hear, like when I play back, I will, and it's not I'm not conceited, folks. Uh, you don't hear anything, Steve. So it might be just through StreamYard. If
could
nobody
be.
can hear it that's watching it through YouTube,
It
it,
could be because Chris has been on here with us before, and his was like echoing and stuff. But whenever we went and watched it on the replay, you couldn't hear it.
mhm.
So it could be like the StreamYard or something like that. Because I've got everything the way that it usually goes. So
Okay, I did something there, Candace. I think it was StreamYard, but now I'm here. Am I echoing on your end?
I don't hear you. I got you kind of down low because I didn't want to echo.
Okay. Okay. I'm not really hearing. Well, I'm hearing it a little bit, and I can't. Okay. Let's see. Gosh, I'm hearing it on that side whenever I did that. So I don't know what I did.
I mean, is the echo real bad? I mean, is it like I'm going like hello, 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 like that, or
Well,
is it just
I
like
can hear my voice on. It sounds like it's on your side, but I don't.
hmm?
Hold on here. Oh,
Sorry, guys.
I shouldn't have messed with things, is what I shouldn't have done.
Let me try to take it off and then put it back on. Maybe I should go out and come back in.
Okay, now.
See, I'm hearing myself echo on your side now. I'm hearing that on you.
Do you hear it now?
I'm hearing you echo now. I'm hearing you echo now. Let me get out of here and come back. How about that?
Okay,
Completely leave the studio and I'll come back and let's see if that works.
Sorry, folks. Me and Lake, you heard the echo, and now Steve says I was echoing. Yeah, man, like technology is the real horror. I don't know. It seems like StreamYard tried to make things better, and then they, they screwed things up. And the really bad thing is they're charging us more. I'm going to bring this, because I think I had my audio settings correct. Yeah, we don't want to turn the echo cancellation off. Let's see. We'll see what happens here. Let me add Candice back here.
Okay. I hear a echo now on your side, I think. Let's see. I don't hear it now. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think. Do you hear it on my end now?
I'm hearing myself, and I don't know.
Don't know. Everything is the way it always is, so I have no clue.
Okay, you hear me now? I don't hear it.
I hear you, but I don't hear you echoing.
Okay, great. As long as you can hear me and no echo. I think what we had to do was turn the echo cancellation off on both of our things.
Oh, okay.
And I can adjust yours on my end when you're on StreamYard with me.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Is it sounding okay now?
It sounds okay to me. What do you guys think that are watching with us?
I mean, I just don't want nobody sitting here listening to it and it'd be aggravating. I'm like, what is going on? Everything looks normal on my end, but it's untelling what it is.
Steve's putting the thumbs up. Is that for us, Steve, or are you telling people to click the thumbs up? Because he said that before, but I'm not hearing the echo now. So
good. I don't hear anything either.
Okay. So the poet says it's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay. So whereas they were singing, either I was echoing or you were echoing.
Yeah.
So. All right. Now that we got all these technical issues out of the way. Oh, damn StreamYard. Okay. They keep changing everything. I better watch my mouth because we're going to have our special guest on here. And our special guest is younger, and I don't want to be using.
And he's a huge supporter of Friday Foolish and Dana.
He is. He definitely is. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll talk about a couple of these authors, and then we'll bring on the special guest and we'll do our special thing. Because I know that's what y'all want to see. Y'all want to see this. Who's the special guest? What are they going to do? All right. So the first one I wanted to talk about, and these aren't really in any particular order, as far as, on a scale of 1 to 10 or anything like that. I just wrote them down. I'm just picking the first one from the list. But this author is an author that influenced Stephen King quite a bit. And that's Shirley Jackson, who did The Haunting of Hill House, among others. And I absolutely love Shirley Jackson's style. She's old school. I mean, she was a classic horror writer. And she's a woman. Not that you can't because I love Stephen King. A lot of these authors I've got on my list are male. you
Yeah.
know, but I do have some women writers in here.
Oh, I love female authors.
Mhm.
There's a couple
I
that
think
that
they give a different perspective definitely
hmm
to
yeah.
things. And I always thought Shirley Jackson was a strong female writer as well. Very strong female writer. I think she had all her ducks in a row. She knew exactly what she wanted to write about. Like, let's just talk about Haunting of Hill House, which was turned into the movie, The
Yeah,
Haunting.
I've never read the book, but I love the show on Netflix.
The book goes even, it kind of, I guess, delves deeper into the
Yeah,
characters and stuff like that.
I would love to read it though. If I could ever get the time, that would be one that I would definitely love to read.
Hmm. And I think of Shirley Jackson as, like I said, a strong female author. And I think many female authors are strong. And I think they had to be, especially the classic ones like Shirley Jackson and people like authors like Mary Shelley.
Yeah.
They had to because why? Because everything seemed, and I'm not making a slight on men here. Don't think I'm doing that. But during the times that women like Shirley Jackson were writing, that Mary Shelley was writing,
Oh yeah.
it was a male dominated
hmm
job,
Yeah.
as were many jobs during that time. And somebody had to break through. And if you didn't have these Shirley Jacksons and these Mary Shelleys, as well as many poets, that were women. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of poetry as well. If we didn't have these women blazing a trail, as I say in my thing at the end of all our shows, um, if we didn't have these women blazing the trail, it wouldn't have opened the door for the women authors that we have now.
Yeah.
And I think that, there's such a plethora of women authors, both in the horror genre and otherwise, in other genres as well, because of these strong women, the Shirley Jacksons, the Mary Shelleys, and the people that built upon what they built the foundation, and then these other authors came up and just kept building the castle off of that foundation. So, and
Plus Mary Shelley, not to interrupt, she was really young
oh yes,
when
yeah,
she wrote that.
definitely very young. But I would encourage anybody to read Shirley Jackson, not only The Haunting of Hill House, but I think I want to say that Shirley Jackson did a book called The Lottery,
Hmm.
as well. Either that was a book or a short story. Stephen King talks quite a bit about The Lottery as well, being an influence on him.
Hmm.
That one I haven't read, but I would like to read.
I need to look
Um,
into her more. I really do, because I mean, I knew about the haunting of Hill House, but if it's anything like the show, then and usually, I think we've said this before. Books most of the time are better than the movies.
right.
I mean, not speaking of Stephen King, but the books go into more detail, like Carrie and stuff like that. And I won't
Oh,
get onto that because I know you don't want to talk about Stephen King tonight.
well,
But
I brought him up.
um,
I said that Shirley Jackson was an influence on him, so we can bring him up. We definitely can
yeah,
bring
but the
him up.
books sometimes are a lot better because they go into more detail. Now there was one book though, and my gosh, the movie. I went to the movies not knowing what it was about. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but The Lovely Bones. And I
I
went to the
didn't
movies
see
and
that
watched
one.
it.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, I went to the movies and watched it, and it was a weird movie, okay? But it's one of those movies where you just kind of leave feeling odd. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
said, well, I'm going to get the book because they had brought the book, I guess, back because of the movie's release. I said, let me get this book. Well, the book, it just infuriated me when I was reading it. I was like, this just, I wish I had never read this book. It's even worse. It's the movie was okay, but the book, I don't know. There was something about it. I can't, it's been so long ago, but it just was something about it that was, it was not as good as the movie. It was really weird. I can just
Mhm.
remember that it was really a weird book. So I I don't know. The movie was a good movie, but it was weird. It was one of those movies that don't have it doesn't have a good ending or anything like that, I don't think, from what I can remember.
Mhm.
And it's about a kid, and something happening to him, and it's just really odd.
I remember, I think that the Lovely Bones, the book, I think it came out when I was still working at my first library job, if I'm remembering correctly. And I remember the
Yeah,
cover of the book and all that.
2008, 2009, something like that, maybe even 2010. It was
Hmm.
right around that time period.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that
pretty
was definitely during the time I was in my working in my first library job where I worked for 17 years. I saw a lot of books during that time, folks. And I loved it. I miss library
sure.
work now that I have left it. I've worked at 2 different
I
libraries.
worked briefly in a library, at a college library, and I loved it because I always, as a kid, I always stayed at the library. I'm not a bookworm. I'm not somebody like I love books,
Uh-huh.
but I don't get to read them like I would like to. But I used to read a lot, and majority of books that I did read was Stephen King and the author that I want to talk about. Those were my two main. Then I had some other, which I don't want to mention them because you might bring them up. If you don't bring them up, I might just give honorable mentions at the end or something like that.
The poet says, without female authors, we would not have the Hunger Games, which
Yeah,
you're right. But the poet, I'm not a fan of the Hunger
never read
Games.
them. I've never read them or watched them, but I remember when I worked out with the public, I had a name tag. I worked
Uh,
at Lowe's for a short period of time, and my name's Candice, and which people, if you're watching it, you know that. But there's a couple came, an older couple came through. They said, "Oh, your name is Candace." I said, "Yeah." They said, "Well, you would love the Hunger Games." I was like, "Oh, is there a character named Candace in it?" They said, "No, it's Katniss." I said, "Okay."
okay.
So that's not my name, but okay. I guess where it kind of sounds like Candace, I guess is what it is. But I thought that was so funny though. Like that's like going up to somebody named like, I don't know, Crispy or something like that and saying, "Hey, your name's Crispy. I bet you love uh I don't know, somebody named Chrissy." I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm trying to make. Don't make no sense, but you know what I mean.
I think the problem I have with the Hunger Games and that whole series
Hmm.
is, and it's okay that they created this, but it's, to me, it's like Battle Royale, but it's for teeny boppers.
Yeah.
It's for young adults.
I bet you didn't like Twilight either, did you, Dana?
I hated Twilight.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious, Candace. I have
My mom
no
loves Twilight.
offense to people that love it, because I know there's a lot of people that do, but I absolutely, positively hated
My
it.
mom loved Twilight. I mean, she's read them I don't know how many
Well,
times.
I love your
Now,
mom, Candace, but I just
do you now I was team Edward. No, she was team Jacob.
right.
But did you like Harry Potter? Do you like Harry Potter? That's my favorite thing in the
Now,
world is Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter, I don't hate, but I've been told I should try to read
Oh,
them, but honestly, I have
it's
never
amazing.
been able to read them.
Harry Potter becomes a way of life.
Mhm.
It's if you're a really big fan, that it becomes ingrained in you. It's just one of those things that you just kind of delve into really deeply. And I know there's been a lot of like controversy around J.K. Rowling and stuff like that, and it kind of puts a damper on things. But I was raised. I mean, I was a teen. I
Yeah.
guess I was even before I was a teen. It come out in the probably late 80s, early 90s, maybe. But then it became huge, like around 98, 99, something like that. So I was just a kid, and that was just something that was magical. And then when they started making the movies, that was even more like you're finally seeing what you're imagining in your head, because it's just like because I grew up loving Willy Wonka,
Yeah.
and all that magic that was in Willy Wonka is kind of in those Harry Potter books and movies and stuff like that. So that's a whole different story. I won't get off into that, but
We
I
could have
love
a
it.
whole, like, Harry Potter, Willy Wonka type of, I was not a fan, speaking of women authors in general, I was not a fan of 50 Shades of Grey. I read 50 Shades of
No, that's not
Grey,
my style, so I don't.
I was like, "What the heck?" But some people went crazy over that.
Yeah,
Primarily women, but let's be honest here, folks. I think some women were getting their jollies. But
it's like I don't.
I do think that they were getting their jaw. It's a good thing we're talking about all this before we bring our special guest on.
I bet. Have you ever seen The Office? You ever watched The Office, Dana?
I keep wanting to. I've seen like scenes from The Office, and my
Yeah.
sister-in-law loves The
It's
Office.
one of mine and Chris's favorite shows, and there's a scene where this woman character, her name's Phyllis, she she's sitting, got earphones on, and they're saying Phyllis is listening to 50 Shades of Grey on the audiobook, and she's sitting there like, making faces and stuff, and they just dump a big thing of water on her, and she goes, oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
Yes,
Chris.
yes, Chris. I was reading Absolute Filth. It was like, I don't know what kind of person could, within the confines of the book, I'm not talking about somebody that reads it, but I don't know who could be, I don't know if I'd want to know the type of person that would get turned on sexually by being hurt. What I mean? Being whipped, or, I know there's some people that's, and if you swing that way, that's all right, but it's just not, it, that's just not me. It's not what I would, consider sexually arousing, but that's as far as I'll go with that. But yeah, the book I thought was silly. I thought 50 Shades of Grey was silly. It was pretentious.
Yeah.
It was all of that. It's like, is this just material to get women off, just like, a adult magazine or an adult movie would be for men to get off on?
Kind of like a pumped up Harlequin romance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Those ones that look like it had
Fabio on the front of it.
The bodice rippers, they would call them, or they used to call them. My aunt Pam, my mom's sister, she used to read you used to find those. Me and my cousin Heather would go hee 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 hee. We'd find them laying all over the house, and my aunt Pam would say "girls," and she just put it away somewhere. So, but anyway, we're not talking about bodice rippers, but I just thinking about women authors, I would rather read Anne Rice.
Yeah, she was one I was want to mention, but I didn't want to bring her up before you did because I
But
figured,
I did not
figured she was one of
I
them.
didn't have Anne Rice on my list. So Candice, if you want to bring up Anne Rice,
I love Anne Rice. I remember, reading Interview with a Vampire. But I'd already seen the movie, but I love the book. And all the others that she wrote that goes along with that and stuff. Lord, that's been forever when I read those. But I remember just loving the books, and I love the way she wrote. I just love her style. Um, I don't know. It's just something about her. She passed away a few years ago, didn't she?
yeah,
Yeah, I thought she did. I was real sad when I found that. And I tried to read her other stuff outside that, Interview with a Vampire type stuff.
right.
I wasn't really into it, I guess, is what she wrote. A lot of religious stuff, I'm pretty sure. I think that was one thing that I tried to
Yeah, I think
read.
I focused more on her vampire stuff because that
Mhm.
was what I was really into.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Anne Rice had a different perspective on vampires. She kind of
She
threw
did.
a woman's perspective on
Mhm.
the whole vampire thing, and
Yeah.
I think she was I think she was very good. I know there was a lot of stuff in there, especially with Interview with a Vampire, that, would walk a fine line between people saying, okay, this is okay. Okay, this ain't okay.
Yeah.
We're going into, not, I'm not saying, pedophilia or anything. And I'm going to mention that one time because I don't want YouTube mixing,
Yeah.
zeroing in on that and thinking that I'm doing a whole stream about that. But you got to remember that even though these vampires may have looked like children,
Yeah.
they
hundreds
were
of years.
thousands or
Yeah.
hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
They were,
Really, really old.
yeah. And so that's what I mean by walking a fine line. Some people might be okay with it.
Yeah.
Some people might not be okay with it. But her vampires were very sexual. There was no doubt about that. They were
Yeah.
very adult oriented. This is not necessarily Twilight level vampires.
No.
This is the vampires for adults. These vampires don't sparkle.
No.
They would tear your throat out at the moment's notice, but they're also sexy and seductive, which goes back to the classic vampires.
Mm-hmm.
The classic vampires,
Bram Stoker.
there was always sexuality going on in there.
Yeah.
They were very sultry. They were very seductive. That was all part of the appeal, I think. And then when you had movies like, Fright Night or something, that
Yeah.
whole scene with Amanda Beers and they're on the dance floor, and if that ain't sexy to you, you better go back to sleep and wake up and rewatch that, because that is a sexy scene. I kid you not, where they're in that nightclub dancing, and he's just got her just completely hypnotized.
Yeah.
And that's what the vampires do. They draw you in, they hypnotize you, they suck your blood, and then they make you one of them. Eventually.
If you're the lucky one, or you may just die.
You may just die. Yeah, that could be it too. The poet says, "Is Kiss the Girls a horror or a thriller?" Well, Kiss the Girls definitely does have horrific elements to it, the poet. And I guess it would probably depend on who you ask. I would consider Kiss the Girls a horror and a thriller, together. But you ask somebody else, they may say, no, that's not horror, that's a thriller, or that's suspense, or whatever. What's your take on that, Candice?
Kiss the Girls? I'm not really for sure. I'm not really familiar with it.
If I'm thinking right, Kiss the Girls has to do with murders and stuff
Is
like
it a
that.
movie with let me look it up here. Oh yeah, it's that movie with Ashley Judd and
Mm-hmm.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
Is it a book? Because I've never
I
read the
think it
book.
was a book first. Yeah,
I've
pretty
seen
sure.
the movie a long time ago. It's got what's his face in it from The Princess Bride, Carrie Yules.
Oh, Carrie Yules. Yeah,
I
that's
believe
right.
he's in that. Let me see.
That sounds right.
Movie. Well, if I can find the cast. Yeah, he's in it. He's a detective in it. If it's a book, I've never.
I'm pretty sure it was a book first.
I would say that is a thriller, but it could be. I mean, could be a horror thriller, maybe. I mean, a lot of people don't claim that Silence of the Lambs is a horror movie, but it's my favorite of all time. I think it's
I
a horror
love
movie.
Silence of the Lambs. I absolutely love it. And Candace sent me she sent me a little screen video, like a clip, a Buffalo Bill, but it was just so funny though. I
I
can't
love it.
remember the exact context of it, but it was
Mhm.
about shopping, wasn't it, Candace?
Yeah,
A
I
movie
think
about
so. Now
shopping.
that's a book that is really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really Silence of the Lambs.
It's been a while
Um,
since I read it, but
who
yeah.
wrote what's his name that wrote that? Because I
Uh,
let's see.
is it Thomas Harris? Is that who that
Yeah,
was?
yeah. Let's see. Trying to remember which ones I read. Because I
Uh,
read
the, the Poet Seven definitely has some horrific elements. You got like people getting beheaded and all that stuff in Seven.
yeah.
Seven is very grisly and gruesome. So yeah, I would call that one. That one's pretty close to horror. Some people might not call it all out horror, but it's very grisly.
I really love the Silence of the Lambs book because it goes into more detail about Jane Gum.
Yeah.
It goes in more
That,
detail of what he, his relationship, I think, with Hannibal Lecter and just who he
mhm.
was and stuff. And you kind of get a taste of that in the movie, but in that book, it really delves into that a little bit more. And I like that.
That's like, the book Jaws. It delved more into like there. I don't know how many people know this. It depends on whether you read the book Jaws or just saw the movie or you did both. But in the book, uh, Chief Brody's wife has an affair with Hooper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they actually have an affair in the book. That's not in the movie at all, but
I'll be right back. I just remember that I left stuff up in the freezer. I'll be right back.
oh, okay, okay.
Be right back.
Um, I guess I'll go on and talk about one of these other authors while Candace is gone, and then hopefully we can bring on our special guest after that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about H.P. Lovecraft, who the thing I love about H.P. Lovecraft is I think that man was way ahead of his time. For the time period that he was writing about, and I know that the movies like that Stuart Gordon made, Reanimator, stuff like that, that H.P. Lovecraft stories were not exactly like that. But H.P. Lovecraft was still writing about things that I think was way, way ahead of his time. He was ahead of the game. And, you know, I don't always have to like read or watch something that's a slasher. I like stuff with monsters and creatures and aliens and all kinds of stuff. And H.P. Lovecraft, I just decided to start talking about H.P.
Oh
Lovecraft.
yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft, you could just dip into. It's like you're dipping into a pool
Yeah.
and just seeing what you can pull out of the craziest creatures that you could ever pull out of this pool.
Yeah, because he did it like the Kraken and stuff
Mhm.
like that, right?
Yeah, and Herbert West Reanimator, and
Yeah.
yeah, all of that stuff. And Candace, let me ask you this: do you feel like H.P. Lovecraft as a writer was ahead of his time?
Oh yeah.
It,
Definitely. I
it's
think so.
it's like he could see into the future
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
this is going to be the future of what like horror literature is going to be, horror
Mhm.
movies is going to be. Um, it's weird how he was able to do that, but he
Yeah.
created some fantastic works, though.
Because I remember because we had to do that for college, that the Velt by
Yeah,
Ray Bradbury.
and I had
There
Ray Bradbury on my list too.
did you? Well, they're totally different authors, but whenever I was reading the Velt, I don't know, there was something, I always get connections with weird stuff that people's like, not the crack,
Cthulhu. Okay, well, I was wrong
Cthulhu,
too.
yeah. um, I always get weird connections between people that's not totally alike, but I get like, there's something that always reminds me. But I've thought of H.P. Lovecraft whenever I was reading The Velt, which is a very good short story for anybody who's never read it and stuff. And it's very much kind of giving a glimpse into the future.
Oh yeah, definitely. because Candace was telling me about it, and I had not read it prior to her tell me about it. And this whole, like, it gives you a really creepy feeling because you
Yeah.
think of the smart home stuff that we have now.
Yeah.
You go back and you read the Velt, it will send shivers up and down
You
your
will.
spine because
Yeah.
it's just like, oh
Kind of
my
giving a
God.
glimpse into the future, what was going to happen about people being so like wrapped up into technology that it's just destroying people and relationships and and it is. I mean, but then again, there is good things about technology because we're able to sit here and have these live streams and me and Dana can sit and talk and stuff and not be in the same room together or I know there's the telephone, but
We have conversations though, like all day long, on and off with
yeah,
each other. So it's not one long phone call, but it's like we just check in with each other
yeah, yeah,
every once in a while throughout the day. It's like, hey, I hope you're doing good. And we'll talk about something and then we'll get off there for a while and then we'll talk again. So it's
yeah.
not like having an extended phone call or anything, but we leave voice messages back and forth. And I've got
Mhm.
Candace, I got Candace on board to doing that. And she's like, at one point you were like, I don't know why I didn't think of doing this
Yeah,
before.
it's so easy because we're busy. We're busy people, and Dana's busy. I'm busy, and all the time. And this gives us a way to kind of just you know kind of give snippets of when we're able to do so. If you're talking on the phone, if you're in the middle of doing something, you have to either stop what you're doing or so this way that we can just give little snippets to each other and check in and this and that. So makes it easier, I guess.
Chris says Kraken was Clash of the Titans, and then he says something about Skynet, which is Skynet. That was like Terminator.
Terminator. That's
Yeah,
because we was talking about like this like technology and all that stuff. He says he keeps on saying Skynet's gonna take over. So
Lord, I hope not, because we might have like a Terminator
I
scenario.
don't know. Have you seen some of these like AI like robots and stuff? It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Oh, and Phil Pine sent me. He sent me this thing that they had these security robots. They look like those chopping mall security
Oh my
robots. You've
gosh.
seen
Are
chopping
you
mall?
serious?
I'm serious. It was bizarre. Um, James Cameron was a prophet, Chris. He might have been. He might have been. But yeah, I really hope that doesn't come to pass.
That'd
You,
be scary.
yeah. The thing is, we need to make sure that we walk a fine line between letting this stuff help us and letting it take over our lives.
Yeah.
Because in the Velt that Candace was talking about, the Ray Bradbury story, that's what essentially happens.
Mhm.
They gave the technology too much control.
They did. And they're the youngest of the the characters that were there were the ones that were taken over completely by this stuff
Mm.
because I guess where they were young and impressionable and stuff and it just they also gained too much control with this stuff, I think.
Yeah. We're
And,
almost to the point where they were controlling their parents.
yes, and any love or, closeness, any bond that they had with like their parents because of the children was
Mhm.
totally just gone. I
Yeah.
mean, it was overtaken by this technology. So if you've never read it, it's just not very long. It's just what do you say, about 10 pages, maybe 10,
Yeah.
12 pages.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's a really good story though, and I highly recommend it. Bradbury was ahead of his time too,
He
like
was
H.P.
ahead of
Lovecraft.
his time as well. Yes, definitely. Ray Bradbury and H.P. Lovecraft both
Mhm.
were way, way ahead of their time,
Yeah.
and kind of paved the way for a lot of the stuff that we have
Mhm.
now. But Candace, do you want to bring on our special guest
I
or?
can, yes. Let me go in here and get him, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. So guys and gals, I will keep y'all entertained while Candice goes and gets the our special guest for this evening. So we'll just have to keep it clean while our special guest is on here, and when he's not on here, then we don't want to get too risque, but you know, but we can kind of go more back to normal. But um, so Candace should be back with our special guest. Has anybody got any quick questions for me before she gets back and we start our special guest feature? Or I'm not trying to keep Menelek from having his pick, which he will definitely get his pick for Sunday the 24th if even if one person gives a $5 or more super chat, because they will get theirs for the next Saturday that I do a watch along. So if you want to give a $5 or more super chat, you can throw your hat in the ring to pick a movie for me to do a watch along on. Just want to remind you of that. And also want to remind everybody that the Lethal Ladies Inc. Bubblegum Bloodbath candles are going to be coming to deaditesondeck.com. And the first horror double feature candle set of hot buttered popcorn and cola, you get 2 candles for $30. They're going to come in a cool little box. In fact, let me go grab that box so I can show you guys and gals. You will get a box like this. It will have a sticker that says what the horror double feature is. And there's also going to be some gold and blood spattered tissue paper in here surrounding your candles. So just wanted to show you that. The poet, you say, what about graphic novels? Yeah, we could include graphic novels in here. Do you have? Oh, there's our special guest. Look at that. Hey, so yes, the poet, we can include graphic novels if you want to throw some of your favorite graphic novels in the chat. But now we have Henley as our special guest today, and he's going to help me and Candace out. We're going to do an impromptu taste test.
Yeah.
And I know Henley loves to do taste tests, don't you, Henley?
And he has been asking to be on Dana's channel for I don't know how long, because he watches our Friday Foolishes and all that stuff. And Mama's watching. Mama says she sees you, Henley. Say hi to everybody. This is my nephew, Henley, and he is so excited, aren't you?
He looks really happy. So, do we all want to show off what we're going to be taste testing, Candace?
We
or do we want to go one at a time? Or
we can do like one at a time if you want to.
Okay. So, Henley, because you're our special guest this evening, you get to go first. So, do you want to show something you're going to do a taste test for?
All right. You take control, bub. Right, here's your microphone, and you find what you want. Which one do you want to do first? That one? Okay. Show her and tell everybody what it is. It's marshmallow, chocolate-covered marshmallow snowman. Show them to everybody. Make sure they can see your face.
Oh, I love those. Cool.
Are you ready? All right. So he is going to try these. I've tried these before. I like them. And they're little chocolate-covered marshmallow snowmen. And open it up. And you can
Those look like big ones, too. They're not like little bitty jobbies. Yeah.
Show everybody what it looks like. See?
Oh,
little
wow.
snowmen. All right. Oh, it looks like it's chocolate inside. Or no, it's a marshmallow. Show everybody and tell everybody what you think of it.
It tastes pretty good.
Tastes pretty good.
Henley, how many deadites would you give out if you had to give from 1 to 5 deadites? How many deadites would you give that?
Like a 4.
A 4.
4? Okay, let's put that up on the screen because
4.
Henley's
See?
giving the chocolate marshmallow snowman 4 deadites out of 5.
Yeah.
We like to rate everything on here on anything that we do. We like to rate it. All right. So, Candice, since you're my co-host, do you want to go next, and then I'll go last, and then we'll.
I can. Yep. Hold on. We got another guest down here sniffing on Henley. Come on, guys. Back over here. He smells
Ghost
something.
wants to taste test too.
So I got these, and I may regret them. Henley, do you want to try them too?
Mm-hmm.
They're called chili pineapple, dried pineapple wedges. And this is what they look like, the package. And you know me and spice, I don't do good with spice. So I'm sitting here thinking, am I
Well, I
going
hope Candice don't get a stomach ache. That's all. That's all.
I hope not. Now, Ghost, you can't have this, son. Well, now. Woo! That smells spicy now, Dana. I may have to take a little nibble on these. Do you want to try it, Henley?
Mm-hmm.
This is what they look like a little chili covered.
Ow. Well.
I'll try it.
You want to try one?
Mm.
That just tastes like it's got tahini on it.
Oh,
it's
really?
No spice, but it's not that bad. It's not that you don't like it. You don't like it. No, you don't like it. Throw it away here, Henley, if you don't want it.
He was making a face at.
It's good. You didn't like it.
I need a drink.
He needs a drink. He didn't like that.
Gotta get that out of your mouth, huh? Okay, so Candice, how many deadites would you give that?
I would give that a 3. Because it is a little spicy, a little too spicy for me. But it's kind of tastes like it's got tahini on it. I love tahini. And Henley likes tahini too. But it's a little spicy, ain't it, Henley?
Well, Henley, how many deadites would you give that?
I would give it like a 3 or a 2.
3 or a 2?
Okay.
We'll say 2, yeah.
Yeah, well, Henley's rating is 2 deadites out of 5 on that, and Candice is 3 deadites out of 5.
Ooh, that's spicy.
So, okay. I have a drink and I have a candy, and because I'm diabetic, I'm not going to drink too much of this because both of these things have sugar in it, and we don't want Dana passing out because she got her sugar too high. But I picked this up at Kroger's. This is Mercado Sandia sweet watermelon soda. And I'm a big fan of anything watermelon.
Yeah.
So I already have some poured in a glass here. So I'm going to give this a try. It tastes like watermelon, but there's another kind of sort of fruit taste, almost like a citrus taste to it. And it says it's made with real sugar too. None of this stuff.
Is it kind of like a Jolly Rancher, or is it different?
Yeah, Jolly Rancher. Yeah. It's not as strong of a watermelon taste as I would like, but it's not bad. I'm going to give it, I think I'm going to give this 3 deadites out of 5 because it's not bad. It does taste, like Candice said, like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, but I would like it to be a little stronger. I wonder if it's because I got me some watermelon lemonade from Chili's earlier.
Maybe. It could be clashing with that.
Is strong. And I may still be thinking about that or something. So, okay. Yeah, I think that deserves a 3 deadites out of 5 there. So, Henley, you got something else you wanna
What you want to do?
try?
This one or this? Okay. So he's going with the chocolate stuff right now. So we'll show him what it is first. It is cookies and cream snowman creamy candy with cookie bits.
Ooh,
So that's what we're going to have. And I think I'm going to like this.
that makes me hungry for them.
Let me get me one. Come in cute little packages, like little snowman.
Oh, look at that. That's cute.
They're like a little egg shape. Oh, look at there. Oh, these are nice looking. Because I love cookies and cream, you know, the little Hershey's. That tastes just like Hershey's.
Well, I definitely like that because I'm a big fan of Hershey's.
Oh, it's Palmer's brand. I love Palmer's brand.
Palmer's, yeah, they're good.
They're really good. Oh, these are good. These are actually better than the bar.
Mm-hmm.
What do you give that, Henley?
I'll give it a 4.5.
4.5.
I don't have my half yet, folks. I know that's terrible of me, but just envision a half deadite there because Henley's giving it 4.5 deadites out of 5.
I give that a big old 5. You don't want it?
And Candice splits the difference and she gives it a 5 deadites out of 5.
That was good. I like that.
Henley, what do you think of my rating scale I put up on the screen there?
You like that?
What?
Her rating scale that she has up here. Yeah, you like that? You give that 2 thumbs up? Yep.
I don't have my Bill and Ted excellent thing up here this time, but I do that when I do my excellent movie reviews. Okay, so Candice, do you have something else you can?
Yeah. I have brain freeze dried Skittles.
Oh wow, I've never seen those. I'm curious how these are.
Now we got these at the Dollar Tree. Usually if you buy any kind of like freeze dried stuff, it's kind of expensive. So we were happy to see them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So ready, Henley? You get the one you want. I'm gonna try to get me a.
I like purple.
I like purple too. Oh, I got me a double one. Look at that. Look at that, Henley. It's double. You ready?
It's like a mini sandwich.
Like a little mini
It
sandwich.
does. It looks like a gummy hamburger or something.
Those are hard. Well, I think Henley's gonna like those.
Yeah, he's going back in for
About
it.
triple.
He got triple. He got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, if I ate Skittles, I think I'd rather have them the traditional way. But I can see these being fun to eat.
Right.
So I'll give that a. What do you give it, Henley?
5.
Oh, he'll give it a 5. I figured he
a
would.
5. Okay.
I'll give him a 3 because I'd rather have them the traditional way. But I figured that he would like those.
Well, next time I go back to the Dollar Tree, I'm going to see if I can find some of those because I'd like to try them out. All right.
Interesting.
So I have another thing here. I told you I had a drink and I had some candy. Now, I've had Lifesavers and I've had 5 flavor gummy Lifesavers, but I have not had the gummy sour ones. And so we're going to give this a try. They got, let's see, we've got cherry, watermelon, orange, strawberry, and black raspberry. I want to see if I can find a cherry one in here. Okay, I think this is the cherry one. See how sour these babies are. Not too sour, yeah.
Have you had those before, Henley?
Well, my mom bought one, and I only got half of it. I liked it a little bit.
You liked it a little bit.
This, I think, is the right amount of sour for me. I'm going to try another one of these. Which one's the watermelon ones, I wonder? Is that the green ones? I bet it's the green one, too. Let me get the other one out of my mouth and I'll But these are good. Like I said, they're the right amount of sour. They're not, gonna make your mouth pucker. They're so
Yeah.
sour, make you go like this. But they definitely do have a sour taste and great fruit flavor. So I'm gonna give these. A 5 deadites out of 5.
Uh-oh. Sorry, we're getting a phone call.
Do you need to go
No.
away and take it, Ken? All right. So that is my 2 things for today. But if y'all got some more things, if Henley's got some more, Candice,
Yeah, we have like 1, 2, 3 like food items, and then I have a drink, but I left it up in the freezer, so we'll see what it's like whenever we get to it. You want to go ahead and do yours, Henley?
Mhm.
So we love these little Jello things, but
Ooh.
this is the actual Jello brand. We've never had the actual Jello brand before. They're like little Jello cups, like little shooters. You want to see the open for you, baby?
I got it.
Oh, I think it's got a little thing on the side.
I have to keep scissors with me at all
Yeah.
times.
These have a little slip in the side, so it makes it easy. Now I want a green one. I hope that it's sour apple because that's what I like.
Yeah, I like sour apple too.
Oh, I like this one.
That one is, well, let me see the flavor. That one is cherry.
Cherry's my favorite.
They
I
got
love cherry too.
lemon, they got strawberry. Now let's see if this is lime. I don't want it. It's lime. I'll get me a grape one. Oh, a blue. I'll get me a blue. You'd rather have a blue?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let's pour them all out of here.
Is that blue raspberry?
Yeah, I know he'd like the blue. There's a purple. Let me get me a purple one.
I'll try both of them.
You're going to try both of them? Okay.
Yeah.
So I got
think
me
I
a
like
grape, and he's got him a cherry and a blueberry.
Cherry and blueberry.
So they're a little bit juicy, but they're like that, and they're just little shooters. Ready? You want me to help you?
Hold up.
Sticky. Better be careful. They got juice in them. Here, let's see.
I know. One of my classmates has these, and he gave me like 2 or 3
That
of
smells
them.
good. All right, you ready?
I'll get the juice like 3.5.
Those are good.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, Henley? Okay.
The little jellies. I give that about a 4. Those are good. Is your blueberry one good?
You try it. And then I'll try this one.
That blueberry is good.
I'll try cherry.
We're going to see if Henley gives a different rating for the cherry one.
Let's see the cherry, what it's like.
That smells.
Smells like cherry.
It smells just like cherry.
I think one of my dogs is Ghost. He's over there having a dream.
Oh,
What do you give it?
4.
A 4?
okay. There we go.
All right. So something else that I have, and I like pistachios. Here, I'll stick it over here. But these are another hot thing, and I don't know why I got it, but it's chili roasted pistachios.
Ooh, okay.
So
I think I would like these.
you think you're going to like these?
Yeah.
They smell good. Smell
Because
it.
I do like hot stuff.
Yeah, he loves Talkies and stuff like that.
I like
Here you
the
go.
spicy one. Do these like have any salt on them?
They got something like a chili. Ready? Here we go.
They're good. I'll get these a 5.
Mm,
Henley gives those a 5. All
those are
right.
good, Dana.
I may have to get me some of those too.
Yep.
Did y'all get all this stuff at the Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
And grab my Pepsi.
Yeah. Let me open it.
Okay.
It says on the back, it says, turn up the heat with a spicy snack bursting with the bold flavors of red pepper, garlic, and vinegar. And you can definitely taste like the vinegar and stuff. It's really good.
We're also going to try some Pepsi.
He's going to try
Well, let me ask you something, Henley. Would you like me to get my blood crawlers out of the refrigerator and try them on camera?
Oh, yeah. He would like that.
Y'all continue. I'm going to take myself out of the stream and go grab those real quick.
We always like Pepsi, don't we, Henley?
Yeah.
So, the next thing that we have is I love High Chews, but this is High Chews Fantasy Mix. And it's got rainbow sherbet and blue raspberry. So, we're kind of excited to try those, aren't we, Bubba? This is it. Which one do you want to try first? The rainbow sherbet or the blue raspberry?
Let me get my kids and get another.
What do you want to go get? Well, we will after we do this. Let's do this first. Oh, you want to get one of those. You like those, don't you? He's going back for the pistachios. He must like those.
Yeah, these are really good.
They are good.
I mean, if you can buy these at Dollar Tree, these are super good.
Yeah, they
These
are.
are like in the candy aisle, somewhere in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. So this is rainbow sherbet high chew. Now my favorite high chews are the ones that's got the little chia seeds in them.
I like this one.
That's a blue raspberry.
Blue
It smells like
raspberry.
sherbet.
I like everything.
And it looks like sherbet. See? I don't know if you can see it, but it's green on the inside. Mmm.
blue raspberry.
Mhm.
I love everything with blue raspberry in it. So this is what it looks like. There's white on the inside.
It is. No, that tastes just like sherbet. If you like sherbet ice cream, then those are really good.
That tastes more like apple and cherry.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I'll try blue.
Yeah, they're really good.
Blue raspberry. Now these little high chews that I have, they're rainbow sherbet and blue raspberry.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I know you like rainbow sherbet.
Yeah.
That tastes just like rainbow sherbet.
I'll have to get me some of those.
And the Dollar Tree is great cocoa.
Oh, cocoa's in here. Cool.
That blue raspberry is really good. I love high chews. So those are good. I give those a 5, don't you?
Yeah.
We both give them a 5.
So Candice and Henley both give those a 5. Now, gang, I'm sorry. I got a 4 because I think these things are going to be messy if I don't. But I hope I like these because this is the first time trying them on camera. These are blood crawlers. They're gummy worms. It's the great taste of Texas. These are made in San Antonio, Texas, for the Alamo Candy Company.
Oh, I love the Alamo Candy Company.
So
They're the ones that does the pickles, the Tahine pickles.
Oh, okay.
Chamoy pickles, I think.
Well, if I can even get this thing open with, I'm scared it's going to pop open and a bunch of this stuff is going to fly everywhere.
Those
Maybe
are chewy.
Maybe I should have opened this before I got on camera. I didn't.
Hold up, let me get some Pepsi.
What is this going to do to my body if I can't even get this thing open?
I'm going to get another one.
It's going to be like the stuff. I'm sure it is.
They are very good. We're going to have to go back and get some more of those.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. That top is on there good. Here we go. Okay.
Let's see them, Dana. Or,
I'll try this.
what's Dana?
So, what do you think, Henley? What do you think those are?
Oh, my goodness. Do they have chamoy on them? Because if that's from that same company, they do chamoy.
I'm getting old, folks. I got a
looks like chamoy.
So,
What kind of All right, I'm gonna try sour lemon.
It's got chili powder in it. It does say that.
I bet it's got chamoy. It looks like it does.
I need some more Pepsi.
All right, let's see if I can just get one out of here.
Let her try hers.
Beware if you order you some of these from Amazon. Okay, I managed to get one out, and they look to be the like traditional colored gummy worms, and then they got this chili powder stuff on them. So here we go. That is a very unusual taste. It's not a bad taste.
Does it have like a sour kind of fruity taste?
Mhm.
That's chamoy. If it's from that same company, they put chamoy on their gummies and stuff.
All right,
You know that stuff
really
that I eat every day that I'm obsessed with? That's what that is. That's chamoy.
No wonder you like it, Candice. No wonder you like it. It's good.
Yeah, I love it. We can put tahini on it. It's really good.
And
I eat mine with
it's not overpowering as far as spice, but
Mhm.
the more you eat of this gummy worm, you start tasting more of that.
Yeah.
It's got a kick to it. It's what it's got.
They look interesting.
I never ate gummy worms this way, so.
Now, me and Henley has tried gummies with chamoy and tahini, haven't we, Henley?
But because I'm diabetic, gang, I'm not going to eat any more than one of those. But I'm going to keep that 5 Deadites out of 5 up there because I think these are good. And I don't know why I waited for so long. I think they got pushed back in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
When I got them in, they looked really sticky and runny. And I was like, I better put these in the refrigerator. And then you know how stuff gets pushed back in your refrigerator.
Mhm.
I just forgot about them. So I did an extra one for everybody. So.
But he's wanting to eat this little lemon one and tell you what he thinks about it.
It's called sour lemon.
And then I got one more thing, and then I'm done. One more thing.
Okay.
One more thing. I know people probably think she said thing. That's just our twang, ain't it? Dana?
Yeah, it is.
I have one more thing to look at or to try. Now this is a drink, and I left it up in the freezer, so hopefully I can get it. But it's made with real honey. It's Orange Dream Fire Brew Crafted Soda by Preacher. See,
I don't believe I've seen that. That's
but
cool.
it's fire brewed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try sour lemon.
Now he's gonna try
Sour lemon. All right.
That smells good, and it's a little bit frozen, but
I'm gonna give it like a 3.2 out of 5.
3.2. All right. We'll envision that 0.2 there, Henley.
and this is good, but it doesn't have a real like overpowering like orange cream taste, but it does taste like a dreamsicle.
Okay.
Not bad.
But it's got a little something different to it. You can tell. I don't know if it's where it's been fire brewed or what it is. Here, you'll have to hold it and do it, baby.
Okay.
But I give that a 4.
A 4. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Coco, I've tried the root beer. I've tried this brand's root beer, and I tried another one too. I can't remember what it was, but I've never tried this one. So I have had this brand before, but I had never tried that one. That was something new.
I'm gonna give it I'm giving it a 0.
A 0.
I don't like it.
So we just won't put any Deadites up
but
there.
I don't
then.
like honey.
It tasted like honey, but it don't like honey. So, Henley, how have you enjoyed being featured on Friday Foolish today?
It was good. We can do a review next weekend too. If you had money.
Me and Henley do our little reviews on Facebook, and he loves doing reviews. So that was something that we've always done. And he loves watching Friday Foolish, no matter where if he's down at Mama's on Friday or wherever he's at. He somehow finds it himself on YouTube, and he's like, "There's Sissy and Dana," and he sits and watches us. So he's a big supporter of Friday Foolish and Dana, and he just said, "Can you please ask Dana if we can do a taste test?" Because he loves the taste test that we do.
Well, we'd love to have you back on too, Henley.
He said, "If can he do it again one day? We'll see. We'll see what we can do."
Hey, Henley, what do you think? What do you think of the new Deadites on Deck shirts?
You like those?
Yeah.
What do you give them? 2 thumbs up?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10,
10
Dana.
out of 10. I don't have a 10 for the Deadites, but I'll take it. That's very nice of you, Henley. Coco says hi to Henley.
Say hi, Coco. Hi, he says. He was actually asleep when I went in there. He had fallen asleep. He just had a hard day at school today, ain't you? But so
rough. Yeah, I know how that is.
But
I know how rough work days are too.
Mm-hmm. You had to take your nap before you come in here and try all these goodies, huh? We tried to get the other boys to come on here too, but they said, "Well, we'll watch."
They didn't want to come. They didn't want to come hang out with the cool people, did they, Henley? You was hanging out with the cool people.
He loves YouTube, and he wants to be a YouTuber when he grows up. So,
oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can join all of us YouTubers on here.
Oh,
we'll be all old then, you know. And Henley will be the new kid on the block.
Oh yeah. Henley, do you want to say anything to your audience? You want to say thank you for having you on here? Go ahead. The microphone's yours. Tell them to give this video do your little spiel that you always do. Give it a thumbs up. Go ahead.
Give this a video 2 thumbs up and a like button.
Hit the like button. And what else? If they're not subscribed, what should they do?
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes. Say watch Deadites on Deck with Dana.
Watch Deadites
on
Deck with Dana.
Yay!
Thank you, Henley. I need to do a commercial and have Henley on there. I'm going to get a 1,000 subscribers now because advertising. I'm close, at 800 and something. So
yeah, you are.
And me and Candice will still make good on our cosplay.
Yeah, we're ready to do it whenever you all just get us to 1,000. Dana's ready and I'm ready. And Henley, we'll dress him up as something. He can come on here too.
Yeah. I want to get Chris in on it too.
Yeah.
Chris needs to dress up.
Yeah, you will make a commercial with you. Yeah.
And I want to be a Ghostbuster.
He wants to be a Ghostbuster in your commercial.
Hey, Henley, while you're still in here, you want to watch me and your sissy on our commercial?
Yeah.
Lethal Ladies. All right. Everybody can get to watch this this is the short commercial. So here we go.
Produced by Lethal Ladies Inc.
Announcing Lethal Ladies Inc., the exclusive collaboration between Crawling Eye Art and Deadites on Deck, offering the unique and horrifyingly creative side of t-shirt design, dolls and figures, jewelry, candles, blended teas, and much more. Coming soon to a horror convention near you.
All right.
Well, you have made his day, Dana, by letting him be on here with us.
Well, you have an open invitation, Henley, when you're visiting Candice and you want to come on. I'd love to have you on. We'll do another taste test.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to plan one here sometime in the future or something. Maybe we can do holiday snacks or something coming up.
Or we can go to Five Below and buy stuff.
Oh, he loves going to Five Below because they have all the cool stuff. He's wanting those little that they have. So we might go over and get us some. And next time we do a taste test, we'll we'll keep them for that, won't we, Bubby?
We're also going to buy a lot of spicy
A
stuff.
lot of spicy stuff for him to try, not Sissy.
Yeah, because I love spicy stuff.
Yeah, Sissy don't. I'm surprised that I tried those too. They were pretty good. Now these, I will say that these right here, I'll probably be going getting some more of those.
Yeah, those
too.
like good. Yeah.
If you could try that, if you ever find these, Dana, I mean, they're spicy, which I know you kind of can handle spice.
Right.
It's not real spicy, but it's good. You know, I like vinegary type stuff, and this has got that spice plus that vinegar, so they're really good. I think it was probably my favorite thing today.
You have to like you like them.
They're good, but we've had a ball on here today.
Whenever I go to sports, I'm going to be in soccer, football, and basketball.
Oh, he's going to be in soccer, football, and basketball, he said. Whenever he does sports.
Man, you're going to be busy.
Well, no, soccer, football, and baseball.
And baseball, he says.
Because I'm good at baseball.
Yeah. But maybe we can do it. Go ahead, Dana. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I like it that he's confident about that. I wouldn't have been confident at that
Yeah,
age.
me
I
either.
would have been like, no, I'm not good at anything.
That was me too, Dana. So I'm glad that he wants to do stuff like that too, you know. But yeah, we've had a ball on here. Maybe we can do another one of these horror author you know, like reviews and stuff like that, because I know there's probably plenty more that we could talk about.
Oh, I've got some more on the list.
Maybe I can get the spiciest chip on.
I don't think we're going to do that. That Packy challenge, that's bad. And I ain't going.
And I can try it.
You're going to try that? I don't think your mom and daddy would like that.
No, me and Noah.
Oh, you and Noah? Well, I don't think I like that idea. You seen those challenges that people are doing? That Packy? I mean, it's like a while back. It's a one chip challenge, and that chip is like so spicy that it causes people like to. A lot of them go to the hospital and everything.
Oh, I don't think I want to do
that. No, I don't even want that near me. Chris and CJ, my brother, did that. What's that show? You know, the chicken wings.
Oh, the hot ones?
The hot ones challenge. They did that, and it was like my brother ate like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know how he did it, but he paid for it. Chris ate one, and he was paying for that. So next day, my brother, he was just in all kinds of pain. So I was like, no.
Have you seen those people that do those ramen challenges? And they pick the ones called, excuse me, Henley, but they pick the ones called hell. Is what they did. And I'm like, I'm not eating anything called that. I'm sorry.
And then they have like this sucker. I think it's called like Satan's toe or something like that. And it's like the world's spiciest like sucker. And I'm like, just keep that stuff away from me. I can't do that. I would be in the hospital. I'd be one in the hospital if that stuff got around me. So I'm kind of like that guy on Dumb and Dumber. How they know I got gas? You know, that guy with a bad stomach and stuff. Yeah. I'm like him. I got a bad stomach. I can't go with that kind of thing. So,
well, guys and gals, we will do another one of these Friday Foolishes on horror authors.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get all the spicy stuff.
Okay. Let Dana say her outro.
But we may do this upcoming. I'll be in talks with Candice about what we're going to do for the next Friday Foolish. We may do this again, the horror authors other than Stephen King.
I wouldn't mind doing that if you decide to.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Because I know that there's people that I want to talk about.
Goodness. Now, I said these weren't that sour, but something got in my throat right when I was talking. I hope you guys and gals have enjoyed this extra special Friday Foolish because we had Henley on too, so that made it even more special. Hey, Batman.
Hi, Batman.
Says hi to me and Candice. I'm sorry we're getting ready to get off here, Batman, but Candice, I think, has got some homework she's got to work on, and I've got a few things I got to do too. So We will be back next time.
Oh. He's after you get done, he's just want to say hi to his mama and brother and
Oh,
cousin.
you go ahead and do that, Henley. We don't want to forget.
Hi, Noah. Hi, Raiden. Hi, Mama.
I'll see you later.
See you whenever I come down.
Go ahead, Dana. Thank you.
That's it. I love having Henley on here. This has just been so much fun. But your copy of Trick or Treat came in yesterday, Batman. That's awesome. You need to do an unboxing for it if you can, even if it was on Facebook or something. I'm sure people love to see it. But we're going to get out of here for the evening and get some things finished up. And hopefully me and Candice can both rest too after we get our things done that we want to get done. And
Yeah.
Menelect, if you're still in here, buddy, you got the movie pick for the watch along for Sunday the 24th. We're going to be doing Hell House LLC.
It's a good one.
Be sure to tune in for that one. I absolutely love that one. It's spooky, but I like it.
It's a real good one.
And I don't know why my throat's just tickling now. If I can
Mine was earlier. I had to put it on mute because that freeze dried like a Skittle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's something in it that kind of the sugar content maybe.
There's something like just sticking right.
Yeah.
Here. I don't know what it is.
So tell them with this food that we're eating, what's in it.
But I want to thank everybody for showing up for this. I'm sure that Henley, we had about 10 people almost at all points in time.
Wow.
So that's quite a few for a live stream.
Oh yeah. I think me and him's going to do a Whopper review tomorrow.
Ooh,
with the new pickle Whopper. They got 3 Whoppers now at Burger King. It's like a Mexican street corn one, a bourbon something, maple bourbon. I can't remember which. Maybe maple bourbon. I'm not for sure. And then pickle. So we're going to try their new
pickle.
Yeah, well, me and him love pickles, don't we, Henley? So we're going to try that one and try their new pickle fries that they have.
Maybe we can find the new beef jerky.
Oh, there's some beef jerky. There's some kind of beef jerky he's wanting now.
There's a new beef jerky. It's somewhere in.
Is it a pickle one?
No, it is a talkie beef jerky.
Talkie beef jerky. These kids are obsessed with talkies. I don't know why, but they are.
I don't know. Kids are obsessed with different things than we were obsessed with.
I'm gonna try to call you.
But Batman, thank you for saying hit that thumbs up. If you haven't, definitely hit that thumbs up. That costs you absolutely nothing to do that, to like and or subscribe to the channel. It just makes my algorithms look better to YouTube, and pumps up the videos, or bumps them up a little bit so more people see them. If you feel so inclined and are financially able to and want to join the channel, you can. I think, for as little as $5 a month, you can, and you get perks with these memberships, folks. So take a look at that if you want to, and hop on over to deadites.ondeck.com. I got all kinds of things on the horror shop. T-shirts, candles, booga booga bears, blended teas. I'm going to be putting hopefully this weekend, I'm going to be I can't talk, putting a whole bunch of things on there for you to take a look at. And pick you up one of these Lethal Ladies Inc. Bubblegum Bloodbath candles with me and Candice on them. They've got our likeness on them. But we're going to get out of here for the evening. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do. Well, first of all, me and Candice are off like a couple of dirty shirts. But our shirts aren't dirty, but we're off like a couple of them. But I want to remind everybody, as I always do, before we do get off of here for the evening, to be kind to one another. I can't talk, folks. I alcohol at lunchtime, but it should have worn off by now, but I cannot talk. I want to remind you to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. And if you feel so inclined, hop on over to deaditesondeck.com and pick you up a shirt with that phrase and this really cool image on it, as well as many other cool images. And also, I do custom work. Candice can tell you that I do custom work.
Oh, yeah.
Candice has gotten several things that are,
including one of Henley's favorite shirts that he wears with the Ghostbusters and him on it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I made all the boys. I made Henley and Raiden and Noah. They all got shirts, but Henley was he got two. You got
he
two,
did.
didn't you,
Yeah.
Henley?
Also, a Mario Kart one with him inside of a Mario Kart. He loved that one too, didn't you, Henley?
But go ahead, Candace.
Oh, I was just going to say, and I'm excited about my Youngblood stuff that you made me too. So
Dana's going to get that stuff packaged up and send out this. I'm going to try to get it sent out tomorrow. Hopefully Steve will take me by the UPS store and we can pop that off. Ooh. Ghost got excited, I think.
I hear the dogs next door barking. There must be somebody walking by.
But again, I want to thank Candice and Henley for being on here with me today.
Thank you.
And I want to thank everybody that came into the chat. For people that were watching, maybe that didn't feel comfortable getting in the chat, I want to thank you for stopping by as well. Thank you to all the people that will watch this on the replay. And be sure to join us hopefully next Friday for another Friday Foolish at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we're out of here. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, folks, and have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to try to do a Terror Time tea at some point this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And we're out of here. But we'll see everybody next time.
Bye, everyone.
See you.